Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, JennyReaction. Now, before we get started, please make sure you like, share, also subscribe. Make sure you have all your post notifications on because every time I drop a video, y'all will be notified. I hope each and every one is having a blessed and beautiful day. Now, today I'm going to be reacting to Damion Cryer. I guess he took Erica to court allegedly after he had said in his video that Erica is keeping the kids away from him. Now, we have seen the ups and downs between Erica and Damion. One minute they are bumping heads, and the next minute they are hanging out and having a good time. So I will be reacting to that. Like always, I will give you my honest opinion. So we're going to go right now and get to it.
You guys been hearing me say for months how exciting that I have been. I've been excited for months because I've been doing some stuff behind the scene. And a lot of stuff I've been keeping off of YouTube. But seeing that other people are being used to try to make me look like a bad parent, it's time for me to speak out to you guys about exactly what I've been doing behind the scene and why I've been so excited, why I've been fixing my house up, trying to get parks for the backyard, getting my rooms fixed up for my little ones. This is why I purchased a huge home with 4 bedrooms. Today is April 19th, 2024. I don't even know where to start at, guys, but I'm going to take the advice of the police officers today that was involved and my attorney that was on the other end today.
So I guess something serious went down with Erica and Damion. Now, mind y'all, this is not the first time that Damion goes back and forth with Erica. It's not the first time that he allegedly stated that he was going to go to court to get visitation right of the boy. Not at this present time of the girl because she wasn't born yet, but the boy. And then at one point, if I'm not mistaken, he had did a video that he was in front of the courthouse and he stated that he was going to go in, I guess, to file some papers, which he have not done that. So now he's coming out, I guess, with some legal papers and he's ready, I guess, to file for him to be able to see both of his kids. Now, mind y'all, I know for a fact that Mucker is now seeing his son that he had denied for quite a while, and Damion was the one that, you know, came out and was there at the hospital to be Erica's support system and also didn't even cut the umbilical cord of the baby. And he was there from the beginning. So I guess now since Mucker came into the picture, now Erica seems to be having this beef with Damion and allegedly stating that, you know, he's not being a father to his kids. But like I said, this is my opinion. I have the right to express how I feel the same way y'all do. But let's get into it, see what else he has to say about the situation with Erica.
I'm going to pat myself on the back because they all told me the same thing. That I've done a very, very good job holding my composure and not allowing myself to get pulled out of character. I have a few items sitting in front of me. One of them is a calendar. Okay. This is a court order from the Texas State Attorney General. Of course, it's kind of damaged a little bit because it was ripped out of my hands today. This is a copy, a certified copy from my attorney. I don't want to show too much. Certified copy from my attorney. And this is a card from the police department about a couple of hours ago today. So I'm going to take you guys back a little bit. And I'm going to do this video without mentioning any names because there is attorneys involved in this case. And after today, the case got really, really serious. You guys know I got 2 phones with me. I'm not usually like the recording type, especially when it comes to personal stuff, but I was advised to do what I had to do today. The first phone I had to actually leave at my truck on record in the window. The other phone I kept with me in my pocket. Today, something unbelievable happened. And I'm going to share it with you guys on YouTube. You know, when I said I would not bring my personal stuff to YouTube because the drama will escalate all over again.
Now, this is not the first time with Damion that he stated that he's not going to bring his drama on YouTube, but then again, he's doing a video to bring the drama back on YouTube. So Damion right there is like a wishy-washy because one minute he's saying he's going to do this and not going to do this, and then turn around and does the same exact thing that he was doing before.
But I feel like for my children who needs me and loves me the most, man, I think that they deserve their dad to speak up for them. I'm not going to mention the mom's name. You guys already know the mom that's in question. It's hard for me to say what I'm going to say, guys. But I'm going to say it. I have not seen my little son or my daughter since the date of December 11th, 2023.
Ain't that the time that Erica has stated that, I guess that's when he had Pablo coming to visit their kids and stuff? Because Erica did a video, if I'm not mistaken, about how Damion Cryer was a deadbeat and was not being responsible of his kids. So
you guys count backwards, that's a little bit over 4 months ago. I got to hold my daughter today for the first time since December. I got to pick my son up today for the first time since December. He's kicked and screamed and hollered because he wanted to go with his dad so bad. And what led up...
And that's a sad part, because these grown adults always, I can understand how sometimes they can have a bitter baby mama and a bitter baby daddy, but at the end of the day, they had to be more mindful that who's going to wind up getting hurt are the kids, not the adults. And that's a sad part, because kids, they end up getting hurt when the parents, does not come together, making a mutual agreement and trying to be a very good co-parenting so it won't affect the kids. So for me, I just feel sorry for the kids.
To me, doing what I did today was something that's been going on behind the scene for several months. So, excuse me, guys.
All right, Damion, come on.
I had a very bad situation happen December 11th of 2023 as I was going to a certain part of Texas to pick my son up for a couple of days. And the situation happened to where I ended up leaving without my son. And the situation got so bad that I had to get in my vehicle and leave. It was literally a physical altercation where it was only me and there was 2 of them.
So I think he did probably got into a physical altercation with Erica's brother, and maybe that's probably the reason why he moved away from where he was living at and moved to the new home that he's in, because I guess of Erica and I guess her family members probably trying to fight him and stuff like that. But he already know how Erica is. He knows how she acts. He knows how she be coming. So I just don't understand why he didn't take her to court from the beginning when they first had their son together, because at this present time, he's at fault as well, because they've been at it back and forth for how long? For years now. And it's like a whole bunch of drama keep coming out. But now, like Mucka's in the picture, now it's going to be Damien's turn to get the wrath of Erica.
The situation got really bad to where I felt afraid to become a monster again. I felt afraid to become that evil person and lash out. So December 11th, I got into my truck and I came back to Houston without my child. Christmas went by. I didn't get to see my son or my daughter. My son's birthday comes by, his 3-year-old birthday, his 3rd birthday went by. I didn't get a chance to see him or my daughter. My daughter's first Christmas, Easter has went by. I didn't get a chance to see either of them. I've been sending text messages. Everything is on the phone. Everything is in the phone. I've sent text messages. I didn't know the emails were changed. Phone numbers had been changed once again. You guys know this is like a routine where phone numbers get changed. So prior to December 11th, my daughter was born. I was going back and forth to the area where she lives at. And I would go down there for 2 or 3 times a week, maybe to sit for an hour or 2 with the kids. And sometimes I would bring my son back with me, stay for a couple of days. On December 11th, I was asked to come and get my son because, a lot was going on. The baby was small and it's hard to do all that maneuvering around. Fast forward, I get down there, situation escalated, that was unnecessary. So I decided to stand down and let things die down because I felt like I didn't know my rights as a non-custodial parent. For years, I was convinced that what I was being told was the truth because I lacked knowledge at the time. Even though I have multiple kids, I still had lacked knowledge at the time.
So you telling me all the multiple kids that you have, not once you knew that you had the right to fight for your kids and try to get visitation right? Not once have you taken, well, I don't know, majority of your baby mom to court to get visitation right? Now that part right there, I do not believe.
And not because the situation that I'm in this time, I've never been in a situation. I had never went to court and put myself on child support as I did in this case. I was all.
Wait, if I'm not recalling, did he said I think I'm gonna have to find that video. Then he said in one of his videos that he had put himself in child support with one of his kids. Now, correct me if I'm wrong in this comment, because I know that I remember him saying that he had put himself in child support for one of his kids. Now, right here, I don't know. I need somebody to comment down below and let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about, because I know I'm not crazy. I know for a fact he stated that he put himself in child support for, I guess, one of his kids or all his kids.
Always taken to court and put on child support. This case, I put myself on child support. The individual denied the child support because I was a good father. So I was ordered to pay my son's medical, which I do every month, and to continue to co-parent. And that didn't come from me. That wasn't my decision. I was willing to pay. I put myself on it. I got witnesses. You guys know who those witnesses are, who witnessed me do it. And so during the course of me not being put on child support, I didn't know that I had rights because I had moved a couple times and I didn't understand things. And so I just took it for face value that, okay, you have the right to tell me when I can see my child and when I can't. And for a couple of years, I went along thinking that that was the truth, that I had no rights to my children. And so after several months went by, text messaging and everything, all to no avail. Didn't get any response. My messages turned green, and I'm thinking like, oh, am I blocked? And come to find out, this number was changed to stop me from seeing my children. And so what I decided to do a couple weeks back, I told you guys I had some exciting news, a lot of changes was coming. And I wanted to say this real quick, guys. This is like to motivate some of the people out there who's not seeing their kids, whether you custodial or non-custodial, know your rights, man. Because what I'm doing now, I wish I would have did back then. And the camera going off right now is because what happened today, it just like everything that happened today is unbelievable. It's literally in my favor, like everything like just happened. So fast forwarding a little bit. After the situation happened back in December, I fell back for a few months. Even after trying to reach out here and there, I didn't feel a reason to try to call moms and all that. Mom's not the parent. I should be able to contact the mom directly about my child, not your mom or your brother. So after several failed attempts, it was all to no avail. My messages continued to turn green. And so I decided, well, maybe this is because of the situation that happened on December 11th, which I was attacked. I defended myself. And I notified the police department as well as my family. And so a couple of weeks ago.
And again, that's just sad that all this got to happen when the kids are around.
I kind of got fed up with not seeing my children. And it wasn't so much as people asking, why don't we see your kids? You know, you have people behind the scene that's still doing slick stuff, but they do it through other people. You know, I seen a video recently where someone said that, you know, they would be willing to help out with my child because the mom is struggling. But what you guys don't.
So wait, did Mucker's the one that said that he's willing to help Erica out with his child because the mom is struggling? So he is doing the same thing. If it is Mucker, he's doing the same thing that Damion did with Erica when Mucker was not visiting his son. So I guess he's getting his karma.
I don't know is that the lies are still being spewed out there. Fast forwarding, a couple weeks back, I decided to go online and I found a family attorney. It cost me pretty penny, and I executed it very well, told them my story. And as I was talking to them, they were actually able to pull up my rights online. They pulled up everything right online. And as they pulled my rights up online, they were reading the court order to me over the phone. I was in disbelief because, again, it shows this calendar right here.
Those got a calendar.
It shows the order.
That's sad.
It shows everything. And
now, come on. If Damion is doing everything that he's doing, you know, taking care of his kids, buying the kids stuff, spending time with them, then at least let him be around his kids. Don't wait until the other party decide to be a father to their son for you to push Damion away so he won't have to be part of, you know, raising his kids. Now, that right there is kind of messed up, because if Damion is out there supporting his kids and being there for, you know, his kids, ain't no reason for Erica to keep the kids away from him, not unless he's doing something that he's not supposed to be doing and putting the kids in harm's way. So that right there is kind of messed up.
The reason why this calendar I'm showing you guys, I told you guys today was April 19th, 2024. Right here where my finger is at, today is Friday, April 19th, 2024.
That's visitation.
And I'm showing you guys this because this calendar right here shows my visitation calendar, weeks, the days, the times, drop-offs, and pickups. So me hiring a lawyer was to get my rights exercised because my rights were being so violated that it was just unbelievable. And so for the last couple of weeks, I've been really, really excited to pull up, you know, to get my children. So what my attorney did was my attorney first sent the email. Attorney sent the email out to the individual a couple of weeks ago because the email would get there faster. And then followed by the email was a certified letter that would arrive at that person's residence in a couple of days. And so we give it a little time to make sure that person gets a certified letter and go through it to understand that you're in violations. My attorney sent what is called a demand letter to exercise my visitation rights so we can get this over with. So there's been no communication for months. I've been made to look like this deadbeat dad. She has people putting community posts up about me and taking them down and making videos about me and then taking them down, sneak dissing me behind the scenes. It's all been recorded. All of it has been screenshotted. And I look at what's going on now. And so today is Friday the 19th. It's time for my big day. I done talked to my attorney this morning. I confirmed with her everything to do. And so this is what my attorney told me to do, guys. I'm gonna speed this up along. My attorney said, Mr. Pryor, what I need you to do is when you pull up to the residence, you need to send a text message letting this individual know that you'll be pulling up to the residence to pick up your child.
And she blocked his number.
So today, okay, where's it? Okay, today I sent the message at 4:15 p.m. 2 hours before I got there. I said, just a reminder, I'll be there at 6 p.m. for my son. Messages turned green, as you guys can see. The last several messages has turned green.
That's sad, but you can't expect that from America.
I was also asked to pull my phone out around 6 o'clock, put it in the window, so when I walk up to the door with the court order in my hand, if there's any questions of what are you doing here, have the court order in your hand. I knock at the door. Nobody answers the door. Nobody answers the door. Nobody answers the door. And so I waited a few minutes because my attorney also said that if nobody answers the door, go back to your vehicle and wait 15 to 20 minutes before you pull away. And then send another text message saying that you set for 15 or 20 minutes. Before I could do that, a vehicle pulled up alongside me today. She blew the horn, got out the car. She said, hi. I said, hey. She said, you're here to pick up such and such. I said, yes, I am. And my son got at the car, ran to me, hugging me, and all, you know, it feels good to see me for the first time in a while. And She says, well, we've been out in the country, so I don't want to send him away with you looking all rough. I want to make him look presentable. I said, okay, fine. She said, give me a chance to drop my other son off at football practice real quick. So I said, fine. So I said, can I see my daughter for a minute? She brings her to me. I play with her for a few minutes. She takes her back. So I'm cool. I'm thinking, okay, she got the order. This is going to go very, very well for me. I did right by hiring my attorney. About 20 minutes later, she comes back to the house and pulls into the garage. And I'm waiting in my truck. So after I see her getting out of her vehicle, I said, hey, can I help you get one of the car seats out to put in the vehicle for my son? She says, I want to talk to you about something. She starts saying that my court order was fake. She said, why would I give you my kids when I don't even know where you live at? Now, mind you, she changed her phone number and everything, so I couldn't have any communication with my kids, but try to make me look like I'm not trying to get my kids' life. Okay. And also, I got permission to speak about this because we have everything.
So at this point, if they can't come to a mutual agreement about the kids, then I think they need to have somebody step in so they can co-parent with Damion, also with Erica, so none of this confrontation can happen in front of the kids.
There's nothing else to do now, so I can talk about it. And a big thing escalates, and she starts saying, I don't have your effing address, and this and that. Now, mind you, before I left the house, she sent me a Cash App request for $1,200. Now, mind you, I ain't seen my kids in all these months. She sent me a Cash App request for $1,200. And I want to make sure because, like, people like to see receipts, just to.
So basically, she's asking Damion for money, but she's not letting him see the kids. Now, right there, that's kind of shady. She should at least let him see the kids and spend time. I know they spent time with them while she was getting ready to take her oldest son to football practice, but like I said, she should have gave the 2 kids to him so you can spend time with them. But then again, you get upset because he don't want to send you money because you do not want to let him see the kids. So I can agree with Damion, like in that area, like let him see the kids and spend time with the kids, and then he'll probably send you the money so you can buy stuff for the kids. But we already know how Erica is. Erica been doing this for years. And same way with Damion. Like right now, it's kind of hard for me to believe what he's saying or what she's saying because every time when they do this type of stuff, it's like a skit that they both doing, and then they wind up, being besties again and hanging with the kids and doing videos with each other. So I don't know. It's kind of iffy with me because they done this before multiple times. So I don't know. We just have to wait and see what really happens.
Make sure that you're not like finagling and lying and stuff.
Yeah, you do. She requested 1,200.
I got that today before I left my house.
You better save that and show it to the court.
Okay. She said that she didn't get the court order. She didn't get the email, but yet conveniently today, she sends me a Cash App request for that amount of money for kids I haven't even seen in months. So she already knew what it was. So basically, while I'm sitting there trying to figure out where are you going off about my address, I'm telling her, I don't even have your phone number, and you complain about my address, and then she starts going off talking about, you're trying to take my kids from me. Mind you, this is just a court order for visitation for my weekend, which is today. And as you guys see, after the 19th, after today's date 19th, in May, I will have them for the first, second, and third weekend in May. This is a court order. This is the court order calendar. She starts going off, calling me all type of B's. Now, as usual, she's on the phone with somebody talking to them while I'm talking to her. So I kept my cool. She's on the phone calling me all kind of nasty names, and all I said was, okay. She threatened to call 911, and I walked back to my truck. I pulled the court order out. I said, this is just a court order for visitation. She snatches it out my hand. You guys can see this is all in the published report that's going to be coming. It's all wrinkled up. She snatched it out my hand, stumped it on the ground, and all kind of stuff.
Wait, he said she stumped it on the ground, but where the footprints at? That paper in the back looks so clear to me.
And again, all I was trying to do was pull up to see my children on my visitation day. that was not made by me, but by the Texas Attorney General. She threatened to call 911 on me. Now, at this time, she had snatched the papers out my hand, attempted to rip them, but there's like 20 pages. This is what you call a possession order. If you guys Google what a possession order is, you'll see it's 20 to 32 pages long. So I attempted to show her the possession order. She snatched it from my hands, ripped it out my hands. Some of the pages fell to the ground. And as I was reaching down to try to pick them up, she's screaming, I'm going to F you up, I'm going to call 911. I got an idea, I know who she was on the phone with, but she's making all these threats about what she's going to do to me. And she's threatening to call 911. I finally got my other papers from under her foot, which was nailed all in the ground. And I stood up. I said, go ahead and call 911. I said, I also have a number for the police. I also have a note from the State Attorney General of Texas for any police officers that pull up on the scene. And I'm going to read what it says, guys. You guys need to know your rights. This video is not to dog nobody out. This is just to put the facts out there. What you guys see is not always the reality of stuff. What people put out there about me is not always the truth. This is a notice after she threatened to call 911. This is when things really got heated. I said, go ahead and call 911. In my possession order from the State Attorney General of Texas, right here it says, notice to peace officers. See it right there? Notice to peace officers. I'm going to read some of this to you. I welcomed her to call 911 because all I was doing was exercising my rights. And sometimes when you pull up to exercise your rights, you have to bring a police officer with you if it's a hostile environment. So while she called 911, I myself called 911. Under the notice to peace officers, guys, it says, notice to any peace officer of the state of Texas, you may use reasonable efforts to enforce the terms of child custody specified in this order. A peace officer who relies on the terms of a court order and the officer's agencies are regarding the officer's good faith. Acts performed in the scope of the officer's duties in enforcing the terms of the order that relate to the child custody. Any person who knowingly presents for enforcement an order that is invalid or no longer in effect commits an offense that may be punishable up to confinement, jail for as long as 2 years, and a fine as much as $10,000. So when she threatened to call the police on me, I welcomed the police to come because the possession order was in my hand. The date for me to pick my child up from the house was in my hand. And when it all escalated with the police showing up, I was told that my possession order was fake. She told me that she's going to hire her own lawyer.
Now, I don't know how Texas court works, but to be honest with you, that documentation at the end, I don't know, it does look kind of fake to me because usually when they do a court order, they had to stamp it. Well, from where I'm from, they got to stamp it. It's like authorization and stuff like that. But the way that the line is like up, it seems to me like it's kind of fake. Like he looked it up on the internet. So I don't know. That's the way that I'm seeing it because usually when they do give a court order, they had to stamp it and the signature of the person that actually signed the court order.
Lawyer, which doesn't make any sense. Now, you have 2 children, but you're saying that you're going to hire a lawyer on me because I'm following a court order by the Texas State Attorney General? What is your attorney going to do? Change the law? Like, what is your attorney going to do? It makes no sense. So, the moral of the story is this right here, guys. You know, a lot of stuff that y'all see, y'all have a lot of questions about. You gotta, I'm making this video because I don't want fathers out there to go through what I went through. Back on December 11th, when she started talking crazy to me and talking about, yo, mama this, I went right back off on her the same way. I dogged her butt out too. Today, when she decided to call me all out my name, B's and hoes and MFs and narcissists, I decided to take the higher road, guys. I didn't even go off. I didn't even get mad or nothing. I did everything the right way because I know that justice will prevail. I want you guys to hear this recording of what I did when I pulled up to the house and before I went and knocked at the door, as I was advised to do. It was a very dangerous situation. It kind of scared me because I didn't know what to expect when I actually pulled up to her residence, and I was a little baffled at first because when I pulled up, nobody answered the door. And so, taking my attorney's advice to wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before you pull off, I'm glad that I waited. But to see my kids again and touch them for the first time in all this time, all these months felt really good to me. You guys can see how my son lit up. I call up to my son's school all the time when he goes to school. I can check on him. His teachers say that the mom did not add me to the paperwork, but I was there during his initial enrollment. So
That's
there's
crazy.
a court order in here right now that the courts are going to be adding my name to my son's order at school, so that way I can get access to his records, how he's doing in school. And again, people put stuff out there and want you guys to believe it when it's not even true. And now you got somebody else wanting to help you out with my child because you won't allow me to see my child. You did them the same way, didn't you?
And that's crazy. She wanted the mucker, so she got him. So that's what changed.
So let me play this for you. This is Damion. Today is April 19th, 2024. With my son, Damion, and Antoine Pryor. My weekend visitation starts Friday, April 19th, 2024, from 6 p.m. till drop off Sunday, 6 p.m. I'm outside of my truck. It is actually 5:56 p.m. I have my court order in my hand right now, as advised by my attorneys to bring my court order with me. And I'm going to set the camera in my window while I go knock at the door to exercise my rights to see if I get my visitation rights. I'm going to show the house right here. This is the house right here. Again, it is 5:57 p.m. I am going to turn the camera around. About 2 hours before I left Houston to come to exercise my visitation rights for this weekend with my son Damion, sent me a cash out request for $1,200, which I did not respond to the cash app. I just find it kind of ironic that the day that's my visitation rights, for me to exercise my rights for my visitation weekend, she sent me a cash app request.
Did you know?
For $1,200. It makes me wonder if she's saying that if I send $1,200 that I can get my son. It literally almost sounds like extortion to me. Like you act like that you didn't get the court order from my attorney and from the attorney general or the email, but yet ironically on the same day you sent a cash app request. But it seems like there's a little bit more than that going on. So what I'm gonna do here now is time for me to actually get out the truck and go execute and see if I can have my visitation rights. So I'm gonna set the camera right there. I'm gonna get out my truck, put my court order in my hand, and go back at the door. At this moment is where I actually get out my vehicle. I got my camera turned around because I have to have proof. Whenever that you're going through a situation like this, you have to have proof that you actually pulled up at that correct date.
And it's crazy because his oldest son, Damion Prince, they warned him about Erica and he did not take that warning serious. So now he got to deal with her for the rest of his life, even when the kids are 18 years old. So he should have took the advice that his son gave him and not messed around with her.
That correct time to make your case solid. So I'm walking to the door now. I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit. So I'm walking back. I'm walking back to the truck now, guys.
He should have played the whole thing.
I just held up the court order from my camera window. Getting back in my truck. Alright, so it's very clear, cut and dry. She got the court order from my attorney email and the certified copy from my attorney, all to no avail. I was also advised by my attorney to wait a little while longer, to see. I did text her multiple times. The message turned green, which means Erica has changed her phone number or she has blocked me, so I don't have any access to my children. So I'm going to go ahead and send this video to my attorney right now, with also a copy of a screenshot of her requesting $1,200 from me today on the 19th, which is the day of my visitation. Thank you.
All right, so I'm gonna leave it here. It's almost done anyway, but I just feel overall this whole situation with Damion and Erica have been going on for, I guess, a couple of years now. One minute they're beefing with each other, the next minute they are happy and kumbaya and stuff like that. So for me, it's kind of hard to believe because they always constantly doing skit. But as I see in the, I guess, the court papers as well, it's kind of iffy for me to see if it's actually real or if it's fake because of the lining of the paper, because usually when they do court orders from where I'm at, they usually stamp it out and have the signature of the judge that's giving out the court order. But anyway, guys, this is my reaction to Damion Cryer and Erica long gone beef. And leave a comment down below and let me know how you feel about this whole situation. And I'll see you next time with another JennyReaction. Bye.